Hello everyone, I am Ganga Devi from the Standard Fireworks Rajaratnam College for Women Sivahasi. Through this video, we are going to see the different data types that are useful in data science. So, before seeing that, have you ever wondered how data powers everything we are doing in our day-to-day life? Let's unlock the types now one by one. So, on seeing any movie related websites, so have you ever wondered how the movies are getting recommended, or in online shopping the data how it is useful for recommending the next product? So let me see them. So what's the data? The data may be any text or number or images or also a video, isn't it? So then why we have to know the data types? So if you are knowing the data type, then it helps us to choose the right analysis method we can use. Also it decides which visualization tool we can use, which visualization chart we can use to depict our data. Also it ensures the accurate machine learning method that we can use for solving our problem, isn't it? So let me see them. These are the different data types that are mainly categorized. So data is mainly categorized as structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. So structured data means, so the data that is structured in rows and columns way, that is it's having a fixed format, isn't it? So that's why it's very easy for us to analyze and search the data easily. So for example, we can use SQL for doing our work easily, isn't it? So example for structured data are the customer details, bank transactions and student marks. Okay, so next one is the unstructured data. So the data, it's not having any fixed format. 80 to 90% of all the data we are using in internet are in unstructured format only. Examples are images, videos, emails and social media posts we are doing every day in our life. So the next type is the semi-structured data. So it is a mixing of both structured and unstructured data. So it is also in organized way but not in a rigid table. So it's like semi-structured data, it's organized, okay, but it's not readable, it's not directly readable to the humans. So it's semi-structured, it's useful for the coding purpose, okay. So examples are the XML file data, JSON file data and also the HTML documents. These are coming under semi-structured data. Apart from these typing, so we have some other categories for data. So it's based on the measurements. So the first one is the numerical data. So the numerical data is also called as quantitative data. So it's going to measure our data it's providing the data in an exact number. So it can be a measurement or a counting. Okay, so the data is represented as a number but it's not having any order also. So it has some subtypes of data. One is discrete data. Any information that has certain values are called as discrete data. For example, count, that is for example my student strength means I will tell you a number like 16 or 17 or something, isn't it? So we can't tell it as 16.5. So it's some exact number, it should be a certain value. Also another example is shoe size. Shoe size may be 7, 8 or 7.5 also it may be there, but it won't be 7.65, 7.75, it won't be measured like that, isn't it? So the certain values, it may be a whole number or a floating point number, anything, but if it has certainty then it is called as discrete data. Continuous data means any value that is falling under a range. For example, height or mark score. For example, if you are considering the mark means a student may secure 90.5%, 90.50% or something, okay. So it should be, but it should be between the range 0 and 100, isn't it? So that's why it's called as continuous data. The next data type is categorical data. So categorical data is also called as qualitative data. So qualitative means it's assessing the quality of the data, right? So it represents the characteristics of the data. So it may be a numerical value, that is also it's called as class labels. So which is used for assessing the quality or the characteristics of the data. It should be represented as a text or an encoded number, both may be accepted, okay. So but it's following a order. So in the previous type we see that it's not following any order, but here it's following an order naturally. So the subtypes are nominal data and ordinal data. So the nominal data means, nominal data is a data, so it's not having any meaningful order. So example, eye color or a gender may be coming under the nominal data. It is used for labeling purpose or classification purpose. We can classify the data depending upon the nominal value that are provided. So also another type is ordinal data. So ordinal data means it's having some meaningful orders in it. Example, if you are choosing a online course or something, then you can choose either beginner level or intermediate level or advanced level. So the data is categorized. If you want, you can choose any category you want to choose, isn't it? Likewise, if you are attending an FTP or something, then they are asking for some feedback. In that you have to provide either dissatisfied or satisfied or highly satisfied. So it's used for ranking purpose. Okay. So the conclusion is, so knowing different types of data in data science is very much useful for three purposes. One is we can accurately analyze the data. That's why we will get the insights properly. Another one is efficient processing we can provide in the data, right? The final one is we have to use some model for prediction purposes, isn't it? Then we can choose the reliable model for our data. So that's why it's necessary for knowing what type of data we are going to handle. Okay, so thank you for watching.